Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. Hosted by me, Mareen, on RCI.
Wonderful. Well, good morning and welcome. Welcome. And good morning to my amazing guest. She's already there. But let me just say good morning and welcome to our viewers and our listeners. I say viewers because we are also now live via the official page of Radio Caribbean International. And we are also live via our YouTube page. So you could head on over to any of those. If you'd like to get a little bit more up close and personal with the program this morning, we are definitely looking forward to hosting you there. Right. Well, she speaks, of course. We'd like to say thank you to our partner, the First National Bank. Again, we want to reiterate that the First Wish is definitely on. If you're dreaming of owning your first home or purchasing land, the First National Bank is pleased to present First Wish, a mortgage campaign that is geared towards you doing just that, right? A mortgage campaign designed for you, affordable rates, flexible terms, and guidance every step of the way. Because your first home should be within reach. So visit any of the First National Bank branch today and let them help you to turn your dream into your first set of keys. So that's one of the things that you can get excited about. We did mention before we start the show that they are also the proud presenting sponsor for the Strip concert, the Teddyson John Experience, which is coming to St. Lucia for the first time this year on April 29th. We're getting ready for an unforgettable evening of intimate performances that takes you behind the music with soulful arrangements, live musicians, storytelling that connects straight to the heart, right? Seats are definitely limited, so we're encouraging you. You don't want to wait. You want to secure your tickets at Anthony's Jewelry or at The Wave to be part of this exclusive experience today. Right. I'm going to bring my guests up at this point because, yes, we're definitely going there. We are definitely going there. Let me see. Should I do this? Right. We're going there. Let me say good morning. Morning to you. Morning.
Morning.
Okay, great. We lovely. I'm hearing you. I make sure I'm hearing you. Right. So, guys, stay with us. When we come back, we definitely get into the conversation. It is time for a word from our partners.
First National Bank is here for you. Let's make your first wish come true. With a mortgage built around you, tailored to make sure everything's smooth. 100% financing, it's true. Get a first wish mortgage, it's the best move. Get your mortgage now and fulfill your first wish. Just knowing that First National Bank is here for you. Let's make your first wish come true.
Visit your First National Bank branch or firstnationalbankonline.com to apply for your first wish mortgage.
First National Bank.
Well, absolutely wonderful, and good morning to you, Amanie. How are you? Oh my goodness.
I'm wonderful. I'm really excited to be here with you today.
Girl, let me tell you, you don't even understand. You're talking about excitement. The excitement is all mine because listen, let me wire back down. I think I have tried to connect with you before. This Listois lady.
I love that name.
This Listois lady, I said, listen, I need this woman, I need her for one of my features on TV. And you know what? Here you are. I never got around. We never connected. I don't know what happened where, but I think everything in its right timing. So I'm embracing it. I'm accepting the alignment, and I'm working with this for now. So good morning and welcome. I am so honored. The honor is mine. Really it is, because we see you. We understand what it is you're doing. We understand how vital it is for the space. One of those that are not sitting on the sideline complaining about what should, but is actually putting themselves in the space and is making a difference. So we see that and we appreciate that. Now we're going to come back to all of that in a minute, but we normally start off the show by sort of breaking the ice a little bit. Maybe more me minding your business a little bit to connect a little bit more. But we want to go wire back down a little bit, back to who Amanie is, where it all started, where were you born, what was the household like, were you the troublesome one in the house, you know them kind. Well, and of course, we want to come back to some of the grounding principles that you believe has contributed to who you are today in a positive light. Yeah, I know it's a lot.
Thank you for that. I'll try to remember everything, but I really wanted to start by thanking you for affirming me in that way. It's sometimes a little bit difficult when you're trying to do something new and you
Yes.
don't always feel very confident in the journey that you're on. So that really meant a lot to me to hear coming from you.
Wow. No, no, that's important. This thing is so important right now. You won't believe it,
Yes.
especially in these times when, so much is challenging us,
Hmm.
as to who we are and what we're about, where we come from, where we're going. It is very, very easy for us to lose sight and lose hope of who we are. So
Yeah.
I am grateful for anything or anybody that is going to continue to use the platforms
Yes.
available to them to continue to keep that groundedness there.
Yes.
So we appreciate that. Now let's
Thank you.
wire back down. Back
Yes.
growing up
So,
now.
where did it all start? I'm
Yes.
part of a very big family. I have many siblings, but I did grow up almost like an only child because most of my siblings on my mom's side are in Guyana, and my siblings on my dad's side, I didn't grow up with them either. So, I
Oh,
think that's where it all began in terms of my passion for reading and storytelling. I grew up
right,
a little bit lonely, so I found myself turning to books a lot. And
right.
that's where my imagination really began to grow. I'd lose myself in all different types of books. My mom traveled a lot when I was young, and she would always bring back boxes and boxes of books, sorry, for me. And
Right.
I didn't quite realize where she was getting them from until years later I noticed that they all had the word discard written on the inside cover. And then I
Okay.
realized that they were all old library books that she had managed to collect when they were being thrown out. And because of that, I read very widely. I read books from all over the world, different types of stories. And I grew up with this very big outlook on what the world could look like. So I think if we're talking about where it started, that's where it is. So I
This
definitely wasn't the troublesome child. I was a very quiet one who spent a lot of time in her own head.
in her own head. Understood totally. Principled wise, I think you just gave a little nugget there already as to some of the principles grounding you. But can you think of any other principles that you'd like to mention that you believe was instilled in you at that age, that is contributing to the individual that you are now?
I think up to yesterday, somebody met me and told me that they remember me from my journalism career. And what they remembered is that I'm a people person. And
Right.
that really touched me that all these years later, people remember me for something like that. And it really comes from my upbringing. So, my mom, growing up, my mom would clean houses and I would accompany her. I'd be right there behind her, helping her on her housekeeping work. And I got to meet a lot of people and talk to people. And then when I got older, when I became a teenager, I took over doing that work myself. And I'd
Wow.
always find myself sitting and talking to the people that I cleaned for, hearing their stories, hearing how they travel the world. And I appreciated that they took a genuine interest in me as a person. And they always made me feel like, you know what, even though I'm much younger than them, much more inexperienced than them, they valued talking to me. And I think that's carried on into my career, even now in the work that I do as a writer, the work that I do with L'Histoire. I just see people as people, and I've learned that everybody wants to feel seen. Everybody wants to be understood as just a human being.
Oh, this is beautiful stuff. Wow. This is nice. Okay, great. Now, what I want to do is take a word from my partner, and then of course I'll come right back, and then
Okay.
we'll go into the career path. You as a writer, you as a listen, as a creative, you as a historian. I want to say because a lot of the work that you do, it really and truly taps into history as well to connect us to where we are today. So we're coming back, but I want to share a few bits of information. Those of you who are joining us on the live, or whether you're listening via the website or the frequency, the First National Bank, of course, is our partner. And we want to remind you guys that you need to lock off the date between the 28th and the 22nd of March, because that's when our brand ambassador at First National Bank will be competing in the global World Athletics, Poland. In Poland, she'll be at the World Athletics Indo Championship. So we definitely going to be there supporting her. But of course, you need to stay connected and follow the First National Bank on all of their social media pages for updates on Julian and her upcoming races. And we need to rally behind the First National Bank and Julian as well. And talk about rally. The First National Bank did not falter in that light at all. They rallied with Julian. So now they're supposed to be very, very proud brand at this point. And we also want to enlighten you that if you're sending money, it has never been easier. So wire transfers are now at your fingertips with the First National Bank Mo Banking app. So you see it's secure, it's fast, it's convenient, and you can transfer funds anytime, anywhere. Download the Mo Banking app and experience banking that moves with you. All right, so these are some of the things and services offered by our sponsor or partner. I like to call them, not sponsor, no? I like to call them partner, because understanding a vision like that and deciding, I'm not going to just say, yeah, it's a nice thing. I'm going to definitely back it up. So that's what they've been doing. So that's partner, if you ask me. They've partnered with us on the show for how long? Right. So back to you now, Miss Amanie. When did you decide, because there's a lot going on there. I mean, I guess somebody could jump onto your social media or anything and they can find out where you went to college, what you studied, all of these little intricacies. But we really want to spend some time on the work that you've been putting in under the Listra brand, because that's where my interest lies. Because, like you said, I'm passionate about things like that. Anything that is going to continue to reignite us as a people and who we are. And you know us, we don't like to read. We as a people, a lot of us don't, we don't like to do the research. So when we have people like yourself and people like Fiona and people like who are actually putting the work in together, we're tying it all together. And I say Fiona, and I see you wearing your cutlass earring, so I know all your well.
Yes.
So when we find people like that, you all are gems, and we need to grab you all so tightly, because you all are doing the work that we don't like to do, and we are getting the benefits. So I want to spend some time there, especially in the current environment that we are. You say it stems from your love for people, right? But that could have gone anywhere. It could have gone into volunteerism. It could have gone into something else. But I think there's got to be a reason why it headed in that particular direction, into tapping into the history, into an understanding of who we are as a people, and standing firm on that ground. Like when the world asks you who you are, and it will, you're supposed to know, because if not, the world will tell you. So I'm thinking, like myself, like Fiona, like that. There's something else in there, not just the love for people, but there's also a passion for something somewhere there.
Yes, I think it's interesting that you said it could have gone in either direction, because very early I used to do a lot of work in community development, volunteering, and I was passionate about it. But when I found l'Histoire, that's when I really felt, okay, this is who I'm supposed to be. So you spoke about alignment earlier, and the past year that I've spent really trying to build l'Histoire, it has been difficult sometimes, but it's always felt very worth it. It's felt like this is work that needs to be done. And for example, we had our writing retreat in October, which was really, really beautiful for me to see how many people came on board and supported that retreat. Because it began as just this idea in my head where I thought, what if you could bring writers together for a weekend and not just learn about writing, but be able to have the conversations about why we're writing and the bigger stories that we're trying to tell as St. Lucian people, as Caribbean people. And that idea just took wings, and it soared way beyond what I imagined. My L'Histoire team, which is just 5 of us, 5 young women, trying to make something happen. And we were able to get grant funding. We were able to get some amazing facilitators to come on board. Our facilitators were incredible. We had people like Raisa Joseph, we had McDonald Dixon, Yolene, they were all incredible. And when I sat back and looked at what that retreat was, and when the participants came to talk to me about what it did for them, I felt that, okay, this is the purpose. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Because for me, it's not just about writing the stories and putting them out there, but it's getting people to understand that everything you do contributes to something bigger. So for a long time, people learned about the Caribbean through books, through music videos, for example, and they got a very limited idea of who we are. So what we're really trying to do with l'Histoire is to say, hey, we are a very diverse people. We have this rich culture. We have this very rich history. How do we translate that into storytelling, into the books that we want to put out there? And we're trying to work with local authors to help them realize that when you're writing, you're not just writing a story for writing's sake. You're representing people. You're representing real stories. And that has an actual impact in the world in terms of shaping people's ideas of us as St. Lucians.
Right. I wanna ask, when did it click? Or did it click, or it was just a natural evolving? Was there a click moment where you said, okay, I need to start this because my people are here and I think I can offer that upliftment, so I need to do it now? Was there a moment where something happened and it clicked, or based on what you were already doing, it just evolved?
I think it was an evolution. I don't think there was a specific moment where I would say it clicked, but people have been telling me for a very long time, you have a voice, you have a platform, you have resources, you have a network, and don't be afraid to use that. And I think I've also been very deeply, deeply engaged in reading my whole life, but I would say particularly the last 5 years. And looking at the types of books I've been reading, especially from the Caribbean, I always think I can do this. My friends can do this. The writers that I know locally, we are capable of putting out these types of stories out there, getting the book deal, getting published. So it's been a process. And I think the last year I spent doing my master's in London, I was really exposed to people who are doing some incredible things from across the world. And they really inspired me. And for me, it's always been about taking what I can learn from the outside and bringing it back home to be able to benefit the people around me.
I absolutely love that. No, there's so much I want to go into, so listen. Let me try and tame myself a little because I'm getting a little too excited. But but okay, to speak to the passion or the importance, especially in our current environment. I mean, it's no secret that where the world is standing, what is going on around us. There's a lot of things bombarding us right now, challenging us, as to who we are as a people, where we come from, where we heading, do we still have a voice? All of these things are being challenged right now, and this is no secret. How important it is to be able to erect platforms, organizations, maybe eventually, but platforms like Listoire, like that challenge and channels our cultural inheritance, our background, our history, what shaped us. How important is these sorts of environment right now, currently? How do you see it?
I think it's absolutely critical. And especially with, like you said, everything going on, it's so important to know who you are and where you're coming from. I know it might sound cliche to some people, but you really cannot figure out where you're going if you don't know the backstory of how you're getting there. And I think for us as Caribbean people, especially recognizing the people who came before us and laid the foundation in certain things, and also always recognizing that this comfortable life that we're living now, fairly comfortable, it didn't just happen, that there were people that fought, literally fought, people that died, people that protested, and that is a part of our history. So for me, any work that I do, I try to honor that, and I try to keep that in the back of my mind, that I'm not just this individual doing this work. I'm doing it surrounded by like-minded people, but I'm also doing it on the shoulders of so many amazing people who came before me and who continue to inspire my work. And I think in terms of the identity as Caribbean people, that's one of the things we focused on in our writing retreat. We had the wonderful, amazing Drania Frederick, who spoke to us about the importance of like our folklore when we're telling stories. How can we use St. Lucia's folk characters, our folk tales, to be able to bring out issues that are currently affecting us, whether it be environmental issues, political issues, whether it be about health and justice. How can we use these stories that have always been a part of us to be able to raise awareness on these issues? And I think that's what really connects with people, talking to them in a language that they know and understand.
Right. Do you believe that we have a long journey along that path? Are our young people receptive? Are our young people interested? Are they ignited enough?
I think
What's been your
I think they are. I think if you had asked me this question a couple of weeks, months ago, I would have said I would not have been as confident in saying that they are, but I've been really paying attention to conversations and looking at what's happening on social media, speaking to people, and I feel a hope that people are paying attention, that people are actually taking notice of what's happening in the world around them. And people are starting to feel that, hey, these things that are happening are not so distant from me. It's not happening on the other end of the world. It actually affects my reality right now living in the Caribbean. And they may not always have all the information, they may not always be equipped to have all the conversations. But I think what really matters is that interest. And even if it's them looking at one video on social media and saying, hey, what's happening in this corner of the world is not right, I feel very strongly about this, something connects somewhere, and I think that's the beginning of it. So it might not always seem like we're going to fix the world in a couple of years, but I think you cannot underestimate that spark in people. And when you put it together, if you have 10, 15, 100, 500 people resonating on that wavelength, it's going to become something over time.
Absolutely. I agree with you. I'm glad I asked that because I probably was in my own little world thinking what I was thinking. But it's good to know that, yeah, I was right. So we're building that 500. Definitely we
Yes,
are.
yes.
So tell me, what will be the ultimate goal for the brand? Because I mean, you start something, you didn't understand, you just decide I'm going to start something, and the thing pick up wings like you said,
Yeah.
and now we roaring and we soaring and we flying. We have visa they're trying to take from us. The thing don't have visa already. So, what is the plans? What are some of the plans for the brand?
There is so much that I want to do with this tour, and it keeps evolving. So just came back from a 1 week artist residency in Martinique, and I was able to meet so many Caribbean creatives doing different work in painting, sculpting, and it's opening my mind about what storytelling can really mean for us. And I'm starting to see Listoire expand in different ways. But ultimately, I would really like us to be able to play a role in supporting storytellers and creatives. So eventually, I would like Listoire to be able to have funds to, for example, whether it be support education, whether it be support competitions in school. Just yesterday, I was thinking, wouldn't it be great if we could have a reading competition annually, a writing competition annually? Because I remember when I was in like Form 1, Form 2, we had a reading month competition and I wrote my first story that actually won something. And that was a big moment for me as a very young child. So I'd like to be able to make these bridges in schools so that I know we say children don't read as much, they don't write as much, but I think if there are incentives, if there's things being done, it can encourage them. So that's one of the things I'd like us to do. But wider than that, I would really like Listoire to work on archiving our Caribbean and St. Lucian culture, whether that means physical objects or books and putting them together in a way that can be accessible to people to engage with them, and also through documentation, storytelling. We do a lot of work in media and film. And I think ultimately that's the umbrella of L'Histoire, trying to collect our Caribbean stories and give them a platform beyond St. Lucian into the wider world.
I absolutely. I can see that. That's a vision right there. Now, let me ask you now. I have about 6 minutes left with you. So here, we're drilling you now. I'm just joking. I'm not drilling you. You seem so. I mean, I'm talking to you now, and you seem so passionate and so engulfed in that. If not that, what happens? Is there anything outside of that when it comes to Amanie? Does Amanie have anything else going on in her life that we should, well, maybe we should know about, but we want to know?
Honestly, I think I tell people I've lived so many lives, I've passed through so many different things career wise, but this feels like the one. And I don't even want to think of a if not this, then what, because I'm at this stage where this is going to work. Like, when people talk about being
There's no
delusional,
plan B. There's no
there's no
plan B at this
I am
point.
completely delusional about L'Histoire being everything at this point. Like currently, I'm not in full-time employment. I'm channeling a lot of my time, my effort, my resources into building L'Histoire. And I recognize that this is the hard stage, where you're not going to be seeing the returns. You're not always going to be seeing what you expect it to be. But when I talk to people and they tell me, hey, I saw that video on Facebook that L'Histoire did with like Gregory Sinai is one of our cultural icons. Like it
Oh, I
makes
love
me
him. Yes,
I,
love
I
him.
love it, but I'm happy that Listalk was able to tell his story because that's what it's about. So there's no plan B for me. This is it. It's L'Histoire. It's telling the stories. It's growing that appreciation for the culture and the history in different ways. It might evolve and look different over the next 5-10 years, but it's always going to be about people, culture, and stories.
Right. Now, I want to go because that's where we normally end off. We normally wrap up the show on some sort of motivational and inspirational thing. You just mentioned you're not employed full time now, so this is where you're doing all of this is pouring out. So what pouring into you now? How difficult is it? How I mean, this is where we come in to find out how much heart
Yeah.
you have because you are now doing this out of pocket. Really, is it? This must get tough at some point in time.
It is.
How do you?
It
How,
is.
what keeps you going? How do you manage?
Honestly, my team, I mentioned the five of us at L'Histoire. They
Right.
keep me sane. They honestly remind me when it's difficult, they remind me that this is why we're doing this and we have this vision. But also, I have faith. I think Listwa is really picking up and people are recognizing. So, for our first project, which was the writing retreat, we got a grant from the Commonwealth Foundation,
Okay.
which was major to me because it was our first time executing a big project. And they saw that vision and wanted to support it. And I'm
Okay.
learning that there's more grant money out there. Currently, I'm spending my nights working on proposals, putting together grant applications. And
Oh,
I mean, I might not get all of them, but we will
yes.
make it. I know for sure there's going to be some funder that says, hey, this is great work and we want to get behind it. And even with corporate St. Lucia, with organizations locally, regionally, we're always welcome to partnering. We're always looking for that support. We're always trying to do different activities. We have a plan for this year of going into communities, doing work with younger people, doing with older people. And anybody that wants to come on board and support that, we're definitely open to discussing how we can make that partnership work.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Now, I'm going to give you an opportunity to. We have 2 minutes left, so I'm going to give you an opportunity because a lot of people get to that stage in life, and that's when they give up. And then you're the perfect candidate right now to speak to somebody who may be at that juncture right now to say, hey man, it may not all look like fun and games now, but this is when you keep pushing. So I'm going to give you the opportunity based on your very own personal experiences to throw out some nuggets there for persons who might be in that juncture of life right now.
I think one of the things I always try to tell myself is remember your why. Why are you doing this? And when it gets really tough, when it gets really dark, I have to sit and think. And for me, it's become that it's not just about me. This work isn't just for me, it's bigger than me, it's for all of us. And that's what keeps me going. But also on a personal level, I always tell people don't give up because you don't know what next week could look like. You don't know what next month could look like. So this week might be tough. This week might feel like you're at your breaking point. You might be on that last $100. You might be sending your 100th job application and you might be thinking, what is the point of all of this? But you could literally get that phone call next week that changes everything. And some people might say, that that's just nice words, but it's been proven in my life time and time again where I feel like I'm at this low point and within a couple of months, sometimes it takes longer, it could take a year, but I always get there. I always get where I'm trying to go, even if the journey is difficult. And I'll always want to remind people that even if it feels hard, it's worth it. When you get to that point where you see your dreams coming together, you see the work that you're doing actually forming into something, it's definitely, definitely worth it. So do not give up. That phone call will come. That grant funding for your small organization will come. Whatever it is that you're pushing towards, it will come.
I like it certainly, and that's a note we're gonna wrap up on. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything. I mean, maybe maybe you doesn't hear it often enough, but thank you for everything. And
Thank
like
you.
I said, sometimes people may not understand the value. But in time, it definitely grows, and persons are gonna get to understand. Persons like yourself, like I said in the beginning, are gems to be cherished because you're moving beyond self and you're doing things that is going to benefit us. You're acting like the Rosa Parks and of the time. No, it is honestly true because so many people, like you said, have done stuff that we are now reaping the benefit of, and there's no doubt that we in future, our children, our grandchildren, our great grands will be reaping the benefit of some of the things that you're channeling right
Thank
now.
you
So
so much.
thank you, thank you,
Thank you for
thank you
this
very much.
opportunity. Thank you for this opportunity to platform my work. And honestly, I will say it again. Thank you for being an incredible host and really speaking life into me and into my work. It's honestly so appreciated.
You're amazing, girl.
You
Sis,
too.
sis, let me tell you, sis, have a great day, and we
Thank
appreciate
you.
you.
It's
And,
been a
and
pleasure.
trust me, the next time are you on island?
Yes,
No.
I am.
What kind of listen? Try and we need
I'm
to grab a
traveling
drink.
tomorrow, so things are all
I
over the place.
understand. So the
Next
next time
time
you
I'll
have
be in
times on
tune.
your hand, we need to do
Yes,
something. All right? But all the
definitely.
best, sweetheart, and you take care
Take care.
now. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye.
Bye. Listen, she's a doll. She's definitely a doll. Exactly. Now, yeah, that's our show for today. We definitely appreciate you being here in our company. Big up to Amanie. Amanie is live. Let me just throw out some of the information there from our partner, the First National Bank, before we wrap up. Want to enlighten you again. First Wish is definitely there for you to take full advantage of making your first purchase of your land or your first home Well, they are here to hold your hand every step of the way. They'll be guiding you to ensuring that your dream turns into your first set of keys. That's for First Wish. Then we're heading to Strip. Strip is on the 29th of April. They are the presenting sponsor of Strip, the Teddy St. John Experience. You can get tickets right now from Anthony's Jewelry and from The Wave. The tickets are in limited spaces because we're inside a Royalton, and it's a sort of like intimate sort of setting thing. So it's not something where we're gonna million up people. No, it's very intimate. It's very cozy, and so there is limited sitting. So you now need to understand, if you want to be counted as part of that first stripped St. Lucia and Teddy St. John experience, you need to get your tickets early, right? Remember, we're also marking up the dates. Julian Alfred has her World Athletics Indo Championship coming up from the 28th to the 22nd of March. We supporting that, and remember, she is a brand ambassador for the First National Bank, and they have been supporting and been rallying behind her. And of course, we need to get on board as well and rally behind Julian and the First National Bank. We also enlighten you about more banking. Yes, so you could definitely do transfers. You can do the transfers of money and wire transfer now at your fingertips with the First National Bank More Banking app. So all you need to do is download the app, More Banking, and experience banking that moves with you. All right, it's secure, it's fast, it's safe, it's convenient. Right. And new year, new goals. Start strong by saving smarter. Make your resolution count in savings deposits that grow whilst you focus on your dreams. The first time to start saving is absolutely now. Let the First National Bank help you to build a brighter future together. Visit them today. And if you're looking forward to your next investment or dream home, properties for sale in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and also St. Lucia are listed right on the First National Bank's website. Browse, compare, find the perfect property, all from the comfort of your home. Visit www.firstnationalbankonline.com today and discover opportunities waiting for you. Thank you so very much to the First National Bank for ensuring that they partner with us on She Speaks. And join us again next Tuesday. We'll be right back here again for another She Speaks. Stay tuned. That is also my time. I'll be back again tomorrow morning, God's willing, from 7 in the morning. Hyper is next. Stay locked on.
First National Bank is here for you. Let's make your first wish come true. With a mortgage built around you, tailored to make sure everything's smooth. 100% financing, it's true. Get a first wish mortgage, it's the best move. Get your mortgage now and fulfill your first wish. Just knowing that First National Bank is here for you. Let's make your first wish come true.
Visit your First National Bank branch or firstnationalbankonline.com to apply for your first wish mortgage.
First National Bank.
Established in 1961 and still going strong.
Like, really? No. Shut up.
Radio Caribbean International. We are number one.
Getting brand new quality tires and rims for your vehicles have never been so easy. Tire Zone in the blue building next to the VG roundabout sells tires for motorcycles for as low as $180. What? But that's not all. Tire Zone also stock tires for all types of vehicles, including 13-inch for as low as $99, 14-inch starting from $150, 15-inch starting at $185, 16-inch for as low as $195, and 17-inch starting from only $200. Why buy used tires when you can get quality brand new tires for such low prices at Tire Zone? Visit us in the blue building next to the VG roundabout or call 452-1313, 486-4459 or 724-5996. Again, 452-1313, 486-4459 or 724-5996. Email us at tirezone.slu@gmail.com. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Tire Zone.
March into Digicel, win big today. More data, more deals, more perks all day. Get up to 40 gigabytes you can share with your crew. With postpaid plans made just for you. Bundle mobile with fiber internet or add TV and get up to $1,000 off a premium smartphone of your choice. Plus, Prime prepaid plans get double data from one-day plans right up to 30-day plans with up to 80 gigabytes. This is March Madness Digicel style. Bigger, better, more rewards for you. Visit a Digicel store today. Digicel, the best network powered for you.
But imagine, sometimes it's feeling like there's only 2 days in the week. Yesterday was Monday and look at that Friday afternoon. So hear that. Do you have a talent or skill that you can turn into a business idea? Well, don't sleep on you, my youth. Get your business started today. The Youth Economy